Oh man guys, my inner child is squealing! What's up guys, it's your girl Lady Pelvic with Pelvic Gaming, bringing you a game of last year technically? Sonic Mania. Wait for it. Plus. Originally it was out digitally August 15th, 2017, but then Plus happened, got a physical release, thank God for physical releases, and it came with Plus. Sonic Mania Plus came out for Xbox, PlayStation, and of course, the Nintendo Switch, which is what your girl played it on. So like many, Sonic was a huge part of my childhood, and I really played it up until Sonic Heroes. That was the last Sonic game I really enjoyed. Everything else I was like, eh. But Sonic Mania Plus revived my love for Sonic, and it just brought the legendary blue blur back to his roots. Sonic isn't a game you play for story, but the gist is Eggman, or really Dr. Robotnik, and his new minions, cleverly called the Hard-Boiled Heavies, uncovered the Phantom Ruby on Angel Island. While the game doesn't explain it, I had to Sonic Wiki this bitch up, and it's a cosmic stone said to suppress the Chaos Emerald's power, even depower a super. Apparently Sonic Forces expands on this, but I don't care to play that title. Anyways, Sonic and friends are out to put a stop to Eggman's dastardly plans, which no doubt incorporate the Ruby. It's a straightforward story, but it's the gameplay where Sonic really shines. You have several different modes and characters, the main mode being Mania, where you play as a character and complete the stage in under 10 minutes. You have access to every character at the start, Sonic who runs fast and utilizes power-ups, Tails who flies, Knuckles who glides and climbs, and the two new, or should I say old and forgotten characters that come with Sonic Mania Plus, Mighty the Armadillo, who can slam down on enemies and hit spikes once without getting hurt, and Ray the Flying Squirrel, who can glide but needs precise timing in space. The characters made such a huge difference on how you tackle levels, giving it so much replay value. Playing with Knuckles, I had a real hard time not timing out because the levels were so much fun to explore and climbing every wall and gliding back and forth to reach new areas. Minor peeve is Ray's ability, which requires a lot of distance and height, and I didn't think many levels accommodated that, so it was difficult to get a nice solid swoop. Each stage has two parts, with the boss at the end of each one. If you run out of rings or time, you lose a life, picking up at your last save point. 0 lives means you have to restart the entire level, gifting you with 3 new lives. Sonic Mania thankfully has generous save points, which sometimes open up a bonus blue ball stage. Collect all the blue balls without hitting one red one and claim your prize. While zipping through levels, you might see a giant ring, which brings you to a special zone to tail a hot air balloon holding a Chaos Emerald. Grab the emerald while dodging treacherous obstacles, drifting turns, and collecting speedy blue balls and rings before you time out. You'll need to nab all 7 Chaos Emeralds if you want to see the true ending and get a ridiculously broken power-up. Here is a fire moment I had on Twitch, which please do follow me there, twitch.tv/lady_pelvic. Also, headphone users beware. Ooh, that's how you take that sharp turn, okay. That was dope! That was dope! Y'all saw that. That was on stream. Clip that shit. That was fire. That shit was fire. I saw that. You saw that? I thought I fell too, but that was hot. Sonic Mania pays great respect to the golden days of Sonic the Hedgehog, remarkably revamping classic stages like Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant, and Hydro City. If you've played Sonic back in the day, these zones smack you with nostalgia, all while keeping you on your toes with new enemies and ways to tackle the levels. The creators went so far to flip the script on certain boss fights. Sonic Mania not only refreshes familiar stages, but brings out new concrete levels like Mirage Saloon and Press Garden, both with brilliant environmental designs and monsters. Sonic Mania truly knows how to creatively weave a colorful level together, with hidden passages, hiding away stashes of rings or power-ups, every level having one-of-a-kind enemies, and different platforming challenges. This is my favorite puzzle in the entire game. So far, I've only talked about Mania mode, never mind Encore mode, which is an entirely new beast. You go through dark versions of the levels with slightly new dangers. You have 2 characters to start. Each character has 1 life, and if they die, another character steps in, and you can switch between the 2 available characters. You can gain all 5 characters, however. The only way to reclaim their life is to find a TV life or tackle a Spinball bonus stage. Speaking of that stage, I bet it reminds you of Sonic Spinball. There are several references to other Sonic and Sega related events littered throughout Sonic Mania. Remember the Chaos Emerald balloon chase? Well, that's from Sonic CD. Remember Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine? They brought it back. Another favorite of mine that had me jumping for joy when I first saw it, they brought back one of my favorite Sonic characters of all time. Fang, or Knack the Weasel, or all the hooligans really. There are tons of Easter eggs, but I'll let you find them for yourself. Point is, Sonic Mania pulled all the big stops to make this game masterful. There's competitive mode, get the highest score to win. The only bummer about this is there's no online, and man, that was such a downer. There are a few more modes like debug mode that lets you play like a developer, and an and Knuckles mode, which is a play off the meme and Knuckles. As we all know, the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account is all about their spicy memes. I do gotta mention there were a few weird bugs. One time I timed out and the screen didn't reset, or in the Encore mode I was struggling with the boss and suddenly the game reset itself to the save point right before the boss. Didn't happen often, just thought I'd mention it. The graphics are pixel perfect. This game is absolutely gorgeous as it captures all like the 90s Sonic the Hedgehog aesthetic, but better. You just look at some of the frame by frames and how much work went into it. Each character has their own idle animation, or when they get hit with a droplet from the start of Chemical Plant Zone. The characterization was so on point, and how characters climbed was so damn fluid. Ray's animation was flawless and so much fun to watch. Another animation that blew me out of the water was when characters are standing on the edge, they flail around a bit. But, get this, there was an animation from them falling from the back, and a different one from the front. It's such a small detail, but it blew my mind. The tender loving care that went to each character, I felt it, man. The only gripe I had, more with the art style, is that they did the rest of the cast dirty with their super forms. They were just lighter colors of themselves. Like, man, disappointing. The levels I briefly touched up on, but were amazing. The parallaxing, fighting against the wind, playing with shadows, using the ice as a shield. I just cannot express how divine these levels are. It's a little unfair that the devs only give you 10 minutes to explore these gorgeous and exciting stages. Just kidding, you can totally turn time off. And of course, we can't gloss over the beautiful animation that is reminiscent of Sonic CD, which is one of my favorite Sonic looks. So simplistic, but still badass. They even animated some Sonic mini shorts, which was such a treat. I wish they included that in the game rather than watching it separately online. Lastly, the music, and asking me what's my favorite track is like asking me to pick my favorite child. They're all amazing. All my kids will be amazing. Yo, the whole damn soundtrack is hot. T. Lopes, composer of Sonic Mania Plus, did a fantastic job. I will make babies to his music. Green Hill Zone, baby making music, you feel me? It's not, but I'll make it work. Chemical Plant is by far my favorite songs in Sonic history, and I believe it could not get better than this. Then here comes T. Lopes with the Chemical Plant Act 2 remix. That shit was on repeat. But even now, new areas like Press Garden surprised me. When you first hear Press Garden Act 2 alone, it doesn't seem like a Sonic song. But couple it with the level and it fits. Certain bosses had their own theme music. Eggman and the Hard-Boiled Heavy each had 2 theme songs. With Knuckles, the Western Zone had completely different music than that of Sonic and Tails. Familiar sounds made returns, like the drowning music, or if you collected Air Bubble. The sound of charging up your spin dash or invincibility. Honestly, all the sound bites and the entire soundtrack was just great and nostalgic. Love, love, love the entire soundtrack, and my favorites just alternate, so I'm deciding to share Oil Ocean Act 2 with you. The level, while painful, the music is fire, as well as most of the level. Sonic Mania Plus gets a 9.9 out of 10. Really a 10 out of 10, it's just the game was a little buggy and the lack of online play was kind of a bummer. But really, Sonic Mania Plus went back to the drawing board, went back to 90s culture, refined it, and then gave birth to this beautiful game. It took a couple games, but we finally got the Sonic game we deserved. Like, just seeing Sonic represented in a way that Sonic always should have been represented. was just so refreshing, and I'm just so happy to see this series finally doing well. You know, it's more than just memes now. Like, Sonic the Hedgehog memes, I like it, they're funny, but it was just like a laughing stock because that's all they could rely on. Now it has like a quality game, you know? After so many years. While Sonic Mania Plus 100% pandered to nostalgia, I don't believe it fully relied on it. Yes, I would like more brand new levels, but I think they did a great job remixing old classic Act 2 levels. Plus, I think they're saving some stuff for Sonic Mania 2, which is inevitably going to happen. It'd be stupid if it wasn't. Bottom line is the child me, even the adult me, is just overwhelmed with joy and happiness that Sonic the Hedgehog is making a successful comeback after so many years. Hate to say this to you, Sega, but give Christian Whitehead more work because he knows the blue blur better than you do, you know? Truth hurts. So let me know in the comments below, what did you think of Sonic Mania Plus? Did you love it like I did, or did you just not for some reason and you have no soul? Also, who's your favorite Sonic character and some of your least favorite Sonic characters? I was thinking about this the other day, and honestly, like in the Sonic universe, there's not many characters I dislike. Like, I think I like all of them except Big the Cat. And Cream. I can't stand those soft-spoken sweetheart types. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Top box is more videos like this, and the bottom box is my Let's Play channel. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitch. Yes, I know I'm pushing this really hard, trying to get my following up. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. These frames are like 30% hair.